Peace YouTube. This is my video about marriage. Alright? In the scriptures, especially in the Old Testament, there is no word for wife in the Hebrew. There is no word for marriage in the Hebrew. The word that they give you is Isha. Isha. And this word means woman. It's interchangeable. So if you go into the scriptures and you look up the Hebrew word marriage, you get Isha. If you look up the word woman, you get Isha. If you look at the word wife, you get Isha. I-S-H-A. That's the word you get. And that word means woman. So in the scriptures, they would say, that's his woman. That's my woman. That's my Isha. That's my woman. There was no concept of like wife or marriage in that way. If you paid the dowry, you paid the dowry, you paid the gifts, then that was your Isha. That's your woman. You kind of like own her. You paid the obligation, and you own her. That's your woman. There was no concept of like marriage in that sense. There's no word for it. It's just that's your woman. And you had to do two things before you got married in the scriptures. Number one thing, you just had to fulfill your obligation. The first obligation was a dowry. A dowry to the father. Okay? This dowry was given to the father to release the young maid to the man. The second obligation was the gifts given to the woman. Alright? After you fulfill those obligations, then the woman's family would have a feast for her. A farewell feast. Then you will receive your woman. That woman will be yours because you paid the dowry. You paid the gifts. She had her feast. Then you will receive the woman. Then you will enter the woman. When you enter the woman, 9 times out of 10, you'll try to impregnate her. And then she will turn from a young maid to a full-fledged woman. Alright? She would turn from a virgin into a woman. In the Aramaic, a virgin is a woman that has not had any kids. Any woman that that has no children was a virgin. That's the actual definition in Aramaic. There's nowhere in the Old Testament where it speaks of women being a virgin because they haven't had sex. It's nowhere in the scriptures. But the woman will go from a young maid to a woman, somebody's woman. And she will be a member of a household. Now, she will become a member of a household. So that is how you get married in the scripture. Alright? I want to explain how. Should I do this in the next video? Okay, I want to explain how hoes are created. How hoes are made. Hoes are made by men. Men make hoes. And I could tell you how a hoe can change her ways and not become a hoe anymore. Now we talked about marriage. Now I want to talk about divorce. This is how you get a divorce in the scriptures. A man and a woman can get a divorce. Either one. They write up a bill of divorce. They take some piece of paper. They write up a bill of divorce. They give a notice. The wait time is 3 months. Let's say it's the woman. The woman wants to get a divorce to the man. She writes up a bill of divorce. She gives it to the man. She leaves the household. She's no longer a member of that household. She leaves. She goes back to her family. She goes back to her tribe. She goes back to her house that she made or whatever. She paid for whatever. The man has 3 months to try to get her back. The elders of the tribe, the tribal members, are notified. and the elders get together and counsel these two, um, this couple, and they see if they can work it out. If they can't work it out, then after 3 months, they are divorced. It goes into default. They are divorced. They can't get back together. They only can get back together, I think it's twice, 3 times, and then after that, it's over. They cannot get back together again. That's how you get a divorce. If I was a man and I wanted to get a divorce, I would write a bill of divorce. I would give it to the woman. The woman would take that bill of divorce, go to her tribe, show her people, look, he's trying to divorce me. The elders would contact his father, his mother, his people. They would sit down. Now, that her father, her mother, her people, her tribe would not contact the man because they're not in the same generation. That would be disrespectful for somebody's father to call the dude and bully him. The father will call the guy's father and talk to him. With these kids, they're going to get a divorce. Let's sit them down and let's talk to them. Okay? The elders are always in it. The uncles, the mother, the father, big brother, whatever. And they sit down and they talk. Can y'all work this out? If y'all can't work this out, then you're going to have to split or whatever. And after 3 months, they're split. In the bill of divorce, you write down the Ida, or the time. If I divorce you January the 11th, from January 11th, January, February, March, April, whatever, 3 months, you write out the time. The bill of divorce is for the woman to show her tribe what is going on. This is proof. This is proof that this guy is trying to divorce me. Contact his people. Alright? And because you have to understand, the scriptures is a tribal book. The Quran is a tribal book. The Hebrew scriptures is a tribal book. And the reason why it's hard for us to practice this because we don't have tribes. We're all scattered and individuals, so we can't really practice it to the fullest. And our relationships are jacked up because the family is supposed to be involved in the relationships. If a relationship don't work, the tribe's supposed to come together and see what's going on. So that's how you get a divorce. You don't need the court system to get a divorce. The court system is not supposed to be a part of the divorce process. We got divorces before the courts ever existed. And sometimes major divorces could cause tribal conflict. It could cause wars. But that's how you get a divorce, based off the scriptures. That's how you get married, based off the scriptures. Men are marrying women without giving gifts, and gifts are mandatory. They're marrying without giving a dowry to the father. The dowry is mandatory. But if the woman is not a virgin, then you don't have to give a dowry. I forgot to add that. If the woman is not a virgin, when I say a virgin, I mean this woman has not had children. If she hasn't had any children, then her father is owed a dowry because her father preserved her, and that's his reward for preserving her. And she receives gifts. This is a great topic, but I got so much to say, but I'm gonna leave it at that, and I will come back with more videos. Next video probably gonna be about whores, how whores are created, how whores are made, how you can turn a whore into a housewife. Alright, peace YouTube.